Power 99 Rise Crowd Morning Show. We are backstage, Peace on the Street. This is our first one of the year, and we have our special guest with us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Calboy.
Ooh. What's up? What's going on?
Now, this is my first time meeting you, Roxey. You and Roxey have a relationship, from what I hear. She interviewed you back in the Power Studio, right?
In the
performance,
theater, yeah,
the
a couple
theater.
months ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. She told me great things about you.
Like, he is a super fly dresser.
Right.
So the first thing that you notice when he walks in the room are these shoes. Can we please pan down to these shoes?
Pling plow.
Talk to me about these shoes. What are they? Can I get a pair? Like,
Yeah, they Louboutins. You can get you a pair.
okay, I want that on camera, so y'all know he said that.
He said he was going to pay for them. He just said, we can get you, he can take you to the store.
Yeah, they some retro looking Louboutins. You feel me?
All right, I like them.
Now, will this be the first time, not the first time in Philly, but performing in Philly?
No, my second time. I was here during the Kodak Black tour.
He opened for Kodak.
Okay. So people are really excited to see you out there. There's a ton of people out there. It's a free show, and it's all about, violence and giving back to the community. And Roxey was telling me some things that you did back in Chicago.
Well, I mean, we spoke like a little bit the last time about Chicago having that stigma of being a very violent city. Mm-hmm. You know, the murder rate is high. And I mean, you talked to me a little bit about the fact that, like, you know, people don't mess with you, you know, because of how violent things are. And I didn't really get into it, but what is it like growing up in Chicago?
I mean, well, for me,
For you, right?
For me, it was tough. You know what I'm saying? As far as like trying to make ends meet, you know what I'm saying? Trying to stay focused in school, that was the toughest part. But like outside in the streets, it's like, mind your business, you good.
Right.
But if you involve, it's consequences that come with that, you know.
Now, I read some things about you, and it's funny because we just had a doctor on the show last week when we talked about mental health, and you struggle with anxiety, right?
Yeah.
And speak to the people, because it's like, especially in our community and in our kind of families of color, it's like people don't want to talk about it. People kind of put it under the rug because they feel like if you do talk about mental health, then you're categorized as crazy, not the same, get away from us. So explain to the people that are listening right now how important it is if you know someone or if you're struggling with mental health to speak up. Because you struggled with anxiety, correct?
Yeah. I struggled with anxiety since like the eighth grade. You know what I'm saying? I used to have panic attacks and those sorts of things. But the first step to fixing it is identifying the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And once I identified it's just anxiety, then I looked up the actual definition. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically just fear, make believe. You know what I'm saying? And once you get that part down packed, you can kind of like adjust and fix it.
And you have fixed it?
Yeah.
Are you over it?
Yeah, I think I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I may go through a little something every now and then, but for the most part, I'm straight.
I feel like something that people don't know about you that I learned when I interviewed you the last time is you read a lot. You're super eclectic. Like, you just have your hands in so many different things. Like, you're not just a rapper. You're an artist. You're a writer. I mean, what else do you have going on? Well, talk about, like, the different things that you do.
Well, besides rap, I paint. And I'm writing a book right now. And that's the thing that I want to speak on just now is I'm finalizing that, you know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna hear more about that soon.
So you can't talk about it now? Is it like an autobiography? Is it a memoir? What is it about?
It's a novel, actually.
A novel?
Yeah. It's like a series.
Okay.
Oh, it's a series. Yeah. Okay.
So is it going to be like a book attached with music, or this is like a total different project?
It's a total different project. It's a total different avenue, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically just my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, my fantasies, you feel me, my ideas that I just want to bring to reality.
Okay, so
music outside.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to pull it out of him. So is this year, next year?
Probably the top of next year.
Okay, top of next year. We'll be looking forward to it.
And you have a publishing deal? Everything's set with it already?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
It's almost wrapped up, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't want to speak too much about it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're obviously here to perform. So talk to us about music. What's going on with you musically?
Oh well, Wild Boy just dropped. You know what I'm saying? It peaked at like 15 on Billboard.
And it'll get better.
Right. Right. It's definitely growing. You know what I'm saying? You just got more singles coming. You know what I'm saying? The album is on the way as well.
So for the people that haven't seen you perform that and weren't at the Kodak show, what should they expect? They still have time to get down here. You're going to close the show actually. So you still have about 15, 20 minutes to get down here. What should people expect when you hit that stage?
Light show. You know what I'm saying? We going to turn all the way up.
We talking light show from the jewelry?
Okay, hello.
Bling plow.
No, we going to turn up though. You feel me? We have fun. I just turn up. You feel me?
For sure. We appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Roxey Morning Show. We backstage. Peace on the street.